We are going to focus on the other side of the aisle right now because the self-proclaimed Democratic socialist Senator Sanders beats Hillary Clinton 60% versus 38%. You have to go back to John Kennedy's victory against Penn executive Paul Fisher in 1960 to see a similar point spread in New Hampshire. Here are Senator Sanders and Hillary Clinton's comments from last night.
Together, we have sent a message that will echo from Wall Street to Washington, from Maine to California.
I know I have some work to do, particularly with young people, but I will repeat again what I have said this week. Even if they are not supporting me now, I support them.
Billionaire investor John Paul DeJoria with me now. John, thanks for the time. As a successful business person, what do you make of Senator Sanders' policies? In many ways, he seeks to tax people who have built businesses, such as yourself, from scratch.
With all due respect, I love you all out there, but what he doesn't realize is, with all due respect, he doesn't know about economics. Mr. Sanders seems like a really nice guy and probably has a big heart, but what he should be saying is that the money we spend on regulations and too much government could be the money we spend on helping people, not raising taxes. A lot of things that he misses, he doesn't know. I give you an example in Austin, Texas, where I live. 25 years ago, there were no people panhandling on the streets. They were selling flowers or little trinkets. Because regulations required an $800 license to sell little flowers, people didn't. More than half the United States now can't even have a lemonade stand without a license or a regulation, which forces them to get out there and panhandle or do something different. I think he's a nice man, but what he has to realize is his ideas are great ideas, but it will destroy America by, number one, not letting Americans have the American dream. My God, I started out poor, and I'm part of the Giving Pledge. Myself, Gates, and many other billionaires, half of what we're making is going to make the world a better place.
Well, that's
50%.
why we wanted to check in with you, because we know you built numerous businesses from scratch.
Yes, I have.
So your point is well taken on which candidate is going to serve the next generation of entrepreneurs who, like yourself, can then give back.
And Dieter, may I say something else also? People have to realize, especially for the new entrepreneurs, our new generation coming up, with his tax plan, and again, I'm sure he means well, because his brain's not there when it comes to this. With his new tax plan, a new entrepreneur, depending on what state you live in, you're going to work 60 to 70% of the year just to pay taxes. Can you imagine looking at 12 months of the year, and you're working until August just to pay your taxes? And they only got 3 or 4 months, the money is yours? What motivation is this? If he had his brain screwed on right, and no disrespect to the man, okay, he doesn't know economics. We are overburdened with too much government. Take away from the government that we don't need, the regulations, the rules, the agencies we don't need.
Well, John,
use that money to do all the wonderful things you want. Bernie, you're going the wrong direction, though you're a nice man and you mean well.
He does, it seems, mean well, and that is to say young people seem to be very attracted to a lot of his talking points. One of the ideas he's been very vocal about is free college. We're just going to play a quick clip to catch everybody up to speed.
Sure.
I believe that public colleges and universities should be tuition free.
Tuition free?
Tuition free.
Tuition free.
So, John, I'm taking it that's an example of where you see perhaps a generosity of spirit, but one that's not going to work.
That is so correct, my gosh. And also, he forgets about the incentive. America is full of incentives where they let someone like me, a common person that comes from a family with no money, to actually make it, okay? And I'm a high school graduate. I have a PhD, but it's honorary, okay? I'm a high school graduate. But when someone goes to college, even if they pay something to go there, they feel like they're making a contribution. They really study. People are given things free of charge. Take it for granted in most cases, not all.
You don't
take
work
it for granted
the
in most
same
cases.
way, do you?
No, there ain't no free lunch. It's different. I mean, I don't want, a socialism doesn't work. An example, I think he related it to Sweden. I want the same social situation they do. I talked to a man there who was retiring. He said, JP, I have to retire because they're paying me as much money retired as I was working, so why should I work at all? It makes 0 sense. This is not the attitude. People today can live to be 90, 100, 120 years old, but if they're thinking, I'm only going to work and retire, and for doing nothing more, I just get money, it's a burden to them. They'll die sooner, and it's a burden on society. It's not right. Bernie, with all due respect, we love you, you're a good man, but talk to an economist. Talk to entrepreneurs that came from nothing. Know what it's like to go to something. Talk to the people with the giving pledge. There's over 100 of us. Billionaires that all pledged to give away half of our fortunes to change the world. You start overtaxing us, we're going to say, well, wait a minute. You're overtaxing us. You're wasting the money. We're spending the money to make a change, not to be bigger government. Man, you mean well, but deal with real people, Bernie.
I was just going to say, maybe he'll sit down with those of you who have given the pledge.
I hope so.
Pretty good idea.
I sure hope so. I sure hope so, because America's got to know that it still works. Entrepreneurship works. It's nice to have a lot of free stuff. But may I mention this on your show in 30 seconds? The reason Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump are ahead of their game is because they both have the same message. No disrespect to either one of them. Our government presently isn't working. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, there's a lot of people you're beholden to. This is not right. Obama's administration didn't work. Maybe the one before didn't work the way people wanted either. Things aren't working. It's a message to give out there. Guys, change it for we the people. But don't do it where you're going to destroy America. Don't do it where you stop our American dream from coming true. Guys, please don't. Be America. Don't be too far to the left. Don't be too far to the right. Be in the middle and love one another. Now, Bernie did do something. You asked me to talk about Bernie that I appreciate.
Right.
He did very little about attacking his own party or the other people. Unfortunately, Republicans were attacking one another.
Well, there are more,
okay?
more
Which is
of
not
them, but I hear your point. It's a campaign of positivity, but I like your idea that it is a, if you like, an idea rejection of the current system. We take that to heart. John Paul, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
John Paul DeJoria.
Love you out there. Peace, love, and happiness.
All right,
Thank you.
come back. We'll chat again soon.
America still works.